Alright, I'm back. We got ourselves some Single Hill Brewing Company. This one is Hop Truck Crossing in collaboration with Breakside Brewery out of Oregon. Single Hill out of Yakima, Washington. On the road again, Fresh Hop IPA. So this is what they would consider a fresh hop or a wet hop if you see one of those two. It means it's fresh as fuck. So we got Wet Goshi Strata hops, Sodbuster Simcoe hops, and Haas Sabro hops. Fresh as fuck pellets of Weenass Centennial hops, Van Horn Cascade hops, and Harvest Fresh Roy Strata hops. Coming in at 6.6% ABV. That mouthful is down there on the bottom for you. Let's see if they have anything else for us. You can see Single Hill and Breakside right there. Single Hill being the younger of the two companies, but Single Hill's the one from my city, so big props to them. This beer is fresh as fuck. Every fresh hop beer we brew uses only hops from this year's harvest, and this beer has fresh, wet, and freshly dried 2022 hops. You can see a little illustration of the hop vines and the truck that is just plumb full with fresh, wet hops. Alright, let's crack this thing and get right into it. It is that time of year. It's like a Super Bowl for like a beer lover because Oktoberfest is right around the corner. Fresh hop season is among us, and it is basically time. It's like our Super Bowl. It's like if you're a beer lover, your spidey senses are tingling. So cheers to you guys. We got our little Tiku glass here. Probably poured it a little bit hot. This is like my 6th beer, and I've also had a mojito. Goddamn. It is good to have some fresh hop beers. It's my favorite time of the year, let's be honest. Okay. So this one is a whole range of flavors. It has a pretty large hop bill. I'm definitely getting some bitterness from the older hops here. We got Cascade, we got Centennial. I'm definitely getting a little bit of bitterness coming through pine and kind of like a grapefruit. A little bit less so on the grapefruit, more on the pine. And then I'm getting this varying fruits. It's still very juicy. Definitely coming through with the strata though. Definitely very fruity on that notion. And then let's the nose, definitely more piney on the nose. Definitely a lot more piney, less citrus on the nose. Very full of flavor though. I really enjoy that. Okay. Today's shave, Murphy and McNeil Claddagh. So there's that. You can see very nice side label. Claddagh coming in at 5.5 ounces. Take a look at the soap right there. It's very smooth from the way that I scraped it. Very hard soap. Got to put a good amount of pressure to make an indent. This is their Aeon soap base. So this is more like their standardized offering. Still good stuff. Has beef tallow, duck fat. It has cocoa butter, castor oil, shea butter, glycerin, coconut milk, kaolin clay, lanolin, tussa silk. So still a lot of good stuff packed into this soap base, but this is their more budget offering. I do have it whipped up already over here in the Lancaster bowl. We have a nice creamy white looking lather there. You can see that badass Lancaster Razor Work shave bowl. I am also using a Lancaster shave brush. It's part of my 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse collection. And this one here happens to be Conquest. and Conquest arrived on a white horse wearing a crown. And so you can see what I was going for there. It has a Lancaster V1 Badger knot on it. I think I'm going to use this Frost Rune, which is a little sample size from Murphy and McNeil. Frost Rune. It has, what do you call it? Menthol in it. So it's a mentholated pre-shave bar. I'm also going to bust out the Menth dealer here. This is the Bougie Chill Mill. The Menth dealer, the chiller and the pillar, if you will. So this is just a salt shaker in the form of a pump action. We're just going to go ahead and make it rain, make it snow. I was thinking about doing a little outdoor shave today, but I just could not be fucked to set things up outside. So I just stuck with an indoor shave with the screen door open so I could kind of hear the outside noises. Did a half-assed, lazy version of an outdoor shave. I'm spilling over. Alright. So, we got that there. Claddagh is a dupe of Creed Silver Mountain Water. So, if you are familiar with the infamous Creed brand, Silver Mountain Water is one of their more popular offerings, meant to, inspired by kind of like being up in snow-capped mountains. It has a crisp freshness to it. I'm wearing a collared shirt today, so hopefully that doesn't become too much of a problem. I'm not going anywhere. I just got back from a sports bar where I was watching the Raiders disappoint me. Big time Raiders fan here. We had a chance to come back in the fourth quarter. We were all set up to pull it off, and we blew it. So, very disappointing. I would say there's definitely a degree of fault for good old Derek Carr. He threw 3 interceptions, and there's this thing that me and my buddy have been kind of talking about for a couple years straight now, where the dude, after he broke his leg, just doesn't want to leave the pocket. Like, he doesn't want to run and leave the pocket when the pocket collapses. Definitely something that is starting to annoy me. I know he's a pocket quarterback, but when the pocket collapses, you can either force a throw, which is, not a good thing either, or you can, try to gain a few yards when it's available. And so this is definitely a thing. Like, I don't think he should just bust out of the pocket every single time, but there's definitely a lot of times where it's like you didn't even fucking attempt to leave. Like, you got sacked or, whatever. You didn't even attempt to leave. It's fucking irritating. And I know this goes beyond the Raiders. I'm sure, a lot of people feel this way. Fuck. So I forgot the Frost Rune. Maybe we'll apply some on the second pass. We have this handsome razor right here. This is the Aylsworth Drakkant in the Standard Bar Plus plate. So this is the one with a little bit more efficiency than the standard bar, the standard safety bar. Very handsome razor. I do like the look of it. Very rugged and masculine. Today we have a fresh Ladas Blade. This is a double wrapped Ladas Blade. A lot of people get a little chubby for double wrapped blades, so I figure I would mention that. I also like it when blades are double wrapped. It has the wax paper wrap and the cover wrap. Just something about it. The extra care, the extra attention to detail kind of makes you think that it's a superior product, even though it's not always the case. I do find myself enjoying Ladas Blades, though. I really got turned on to them by my homeboy, Lee Hazley from Thailand. Wonderful member of our shaving community and a long-time subscriber and supporter of my channel. Good dude, Lee Hazley. I know a lot of people don't enjoy the Aeon base as much as the Kodiak base. And some people who are as intimate with the Murphy and McNeil brand as me, some people don't like the Aeon base as much as the Slancha base, which is their beer soap base. And I mean, to each their own. But something I'll never understand is when they say that the Aeon base, isn't good. It just doesn't hold up to the Kodiak Bear Tallow base or the Slancha beer base. And that's something I'll never understand, because the Aeon base to me is a workhorse. It's a good base at a good price. It has everything you need to provide yourself with a good shave. Really doesn't leave you wanting, in my opinion. Checks all the boxes. Now, if you were to say, well, Slancha is like third performance-wise. No, sorry. If you were to say Aeon is third performance-wise, I'd say, okay, I can see where you're coming from. And I might even agree with you. Aeon is third performance-wise. I can agree with that. But saying that it's not a good soap base, or, not worthy of its price point, that's fucking crazy. You're out of line. You're out of line. Because Aeon is definitely worth the price point, and it is definitely a good soap base. Now, I set this frost rune out, and I intend to use it. Might be a little bit pointless to apply it on the second pass here. We have a lot less hairs for it to pick up on, so I'm going to use a little bit more pressure, trying to get it to adhere to the skin. Making a mess, but that's alright. I'm prepared to throw this shirt in the laundry. And I would really just take it off if I wasn't afraid of the swarm of DMs that would come in after you got to see topless DK. No, not trying to be conceited, but you wouldn't be able to control yourself, trust me. Add a little bit of water. And we definitely got a nice menthol buzz going on. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and dry my hands off before we apply the lather on this pass 2, because that pre-shave has a good amount of slickness. So let's grab some more lather out of the bowl here. We'll just paint it on for the most part in pass 2. We already knocked down the growth on pass 1. It was only 24 hours growth, so nothing serious. I just had to get in a menthol shave. I know I'm still kind of in the test phase with this Aylsworth Drakkant Razor, but being the degenerate I am, it's like I have to use menthol on a regular basis before I experience withdrawals. A lot of shaving degenerate wannabes out there. There's only a few that really know. Cheers to y'all. Alright, against the grain. I mentioned in my last video, which because I'm a slacker, still hasn't been uploaded, but you'll see that one before you see this one. I mentioned on my last video, which was my first use of the Standard Bar Plus, the Safety Bar Plus. This is a very enjoyable setting. It got me to BBS no problem. It got me there without any weepers or irritation. It was quite intuitive. And unlike the Standard Bar OG version and the Open Comb Plus version, for whatever reason, the Standard Bar Plus felt smoother than the Open Comb Plus or the OG Standard Bar. I said the other two kind of had like a 90% comfort level, 90% smoothness, and 10%, something just ain't right. This one just feels right for me. It just feels on, like hitting on all cylinders. I could be getting more and more familiar with this razor, and so perhaps my technique is just improving with this particular razor. But there's just something different about the Standard Bar Plus. It feels great. And I mentioned on the last video as well, if I were to spend my own money on the Aylsworth Drakkant, I would skip the Standard Bar, the OG Standard Bar. Doesn't have enough efficiency for me. Couldn't get me to BBS with my favorite blade. So I would skip that one. Still comfortable, still enjoyable. Did give me a few weepers, but who knows? That could have been a number of things. But the OC Plus plate, I would buy it with my own money. And the Standard Bar Plus plate, I would definitely buy with my own money. That's two flawless shaves in the books. Very enjoyable. Let's go ahead and rinse off. We'll give a feel around, but I'm almost certain on BBS. The Plus offerings have enough efficiency to get my medium dense beard growth to BBS. I wouldn't say that the areas that I shave above the cheek line and under the neck, I wouldn't say that those are the most dense in the world. Perhaps if I was shaving like my chin area or my jawline, if I was shaving the full face, including the beard, it would be a different story. We really test the metal of some of these razors. But since I don't, The areas that I shave is kind of like medium to low density and beard growth. So if you can't get me to BBS, you know, there's a problem there. And the plus plates on the Aylsworth Razor definitely get me there. So those are the ones that I'm interested in. Those are the ones that I would spend my money on. Let's grab the Lancaster Razor Works Black Sheep Towel in red. Silver Mountain Water, or Claddagh in this case, is one of my favorite fresh scents. Something that I could rock year round, but it does especially well in the spring and summer, hotter weather, daytime. Something that you could wear to work and in pretty much any application. Wonderful scent. The Aeon base absolutely did its job today. Slick, dense, smelling great. I don't care what anybody fucking tells you. Do not sleep on the Aeon base. Save yourself a few bucks. Pick up the Aeon base. It's good shit, I promise you. If you can't get a good shave with the Aeon base, it's your fucking fault. It's not the soap's fault. And that's the bottom line. As if I was stone cold or something. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the matching aftershave splash here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cap off of the aftershave. I'm also going to grab some Ariana and Evans emu oil. This is just pure refined emu oil. I'm going to do 1 squirt of that right into the palm. And then since we have this ready to go, it does have an industry standard quality restrictor, but it looks like I pushed it in a little bit. Still seems to be doing its job restriction wise. No problems there. And then we're going to go ahead and mesh those two forces together, giving this aftershave a little bit more skin food. Oh yeah. It also completely neutralized the alcohol. I feel no burn whatsoever. It actually feels quite silky, quite smooth. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit up here as well since I have dry skin. And that'll pretty much do it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was a very enjoyable shave. I got away with a very clean BBS. Absolutely no issues there. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and cheers.